Welcome to Lesson 13 of our course on Philippine indigenous communities. Last meeting, we talked about strategies on how to preserve traditional knowledge. This time, we will proceed to tackling issues on indigenous knowledge systems and practices. As we have also mentioned in the previous lessons, in the earlier lessons that we have, indigenous knowledge systems and practices are deeply rooted cultural lifeways passed from generation to generation, encompassing agriculture, medicine, rituals, language, and environmental management. However, in the contemporary world, IKSPs face increasing threats from marginalization, environmental degradation, cultural appropriation, and external development forces. So by the end of this lesson, students should be able to identify and analyze key challenges faced by indigenous knowledge systems and practices today. Number two, evaluate the impact of external forces such as development projects, resource extraction, and dominant knowledge systems on the sustainability and transmission of IKSPs. Now, let's first take a look at the key challenges facing IKSPs. One is marginalization in national and local systems. As we have also mentioned in the previous lesson, indigenous knowledge is often excluded from formal education, governance, and research. So dominant systems prioritize Western science and modern technology. So one good example is that national curricula that overlook Lumad ecological practices and oral history. The second key challenge facing IKSPs is, we also mentioned before, cultural appropriation. Because IKSPs are sometimes used or commercialized without consent, attribution, or benefit sharing to the IP communities. Indigenous textiles, music, and healing practices are repacked as cultural products. Okay, let's cite again the example of mass production of Tinalak-inspired prints by fashion brands without recognizing Tibuli weavers. Another key challenge facing IKSPs is environmental degradation and displacement. IKSPs are tied to land. That is obvious. Thus, mining, logging, and large infrastructure projects destroy ecosystems and sacred sites. Loss of biodiversity undermines ecological knowledge. So one good example is the displacement of Manubo and Higaonon communities due to mining operations in Agusan and Bukidnon. Another equally important key challenge facing IKSPs is resource extraction and development projects. Main indigenous territories are targets for extractive industries, often without free, prior, and informed consent. These projects fragment communities and disrupt knowledge transmission. Let us take, for example, the case of the Kaliwa Dam project threatening Dumagat ancestral lands in Rizal and Quezon provinces. Okay, another key challenge facing IKSPs is the domination of Western knowledge systems. Modern development and academic institutions tend to treat IKSPs as inferior or just anecdotal. This creates epistemological hierarchy where indigenous ways of knowing are dismissed, if ever being recognized, if ever it is recognized as something that is inferior or just secondary. As an example, resistance to recognizing traditional herbal remedies in national health systems, despite their widespread use and success. Lagundi and Sambong as examples. Now, let's evaluate the impacts on sustainability and transmission of these challenges. Younger generations may be disconnected from elders due to urban migration, modern schooling, and loss of ancestral land. Sacred rituals and practices are weakened when community structures are displaced or disrupted. Cultural shame and discrimination reduce pride in indigenous identity. One example that we can cite is that the youth from Aita communities in Central Luzon feel pressured to abandon traditional healing or attire in urban schools. So in conclusion, let us highlight the facts that IKSPs are not just traditions. They are living systems of knowledge, ethics, and survival. Threats like marginalization, appropriation, environmental destruction, and epistemological dominance endanger these systems. Solutions must include legal protection, intercultural education, free, prior, and informed consent enforcement, and indigenous empowerment. Ensuring the future of IKSPs means respecting and uplifting the people who keep them alive. So let me reiterate that to emphasize IKSPs is to honor the memory of the past, the wisdom of the present, and the promise of a culturally just future. For further exploration of the topic, we have here a list of references which you can consult. Next meeting, we will proceed to the last lesson that we have for this course. That is lesson 14, about other issues on indigenous knowledge systems and practices, which are no other than integration and safeguarding. Thank you, and see you then.